Here at Wall ISD, we've had a proud tradition of excellence. For generations, our students have achieved at the highest levels in the classroom, in athletics, and in the arts, and in service to our community. We are grateful for the families and taxpayers who have made that possible. Wall has consistently been recognized as one of the best districts in Texas, earning A ratings, Lone Star Cups, and championships that reflect the dedication of our students, teachers, and community. But continued excellence requires continued investment.
Even with our success, Wall ISD faces real challenges. One of the biggest is teacher pay. Wall pays teachers at the state-based salary. Neighboring districts like Very Best, Christoval, and Water Valley all pay more because their maintenance and operation rates are higher. That gap makes it harder to keep the best teachers here and harder to recruit new ones. Our educators love Wall, but they also need competitive pay.
This election is about securing the future of Wall ISD. On November 4th, Wall voters will decide on a voter-approved tax ratification election, or VATER. A VATER allows school districts to adjust their maintenance and operations tax rate, bringing in more state matching funds while still keeping the overall tax rate competitive. For Wall ISD, here's what it means. The ballot must legally say tax increase, but the total tax rate actually decreases by just over 4 cents per $100 of property value. Last year's rate was 95.12 cents. The new rate with VATER will be 90.93 cents. That's a real, measurable decrease.
Without this adjustment, Wall sends hundreds of thousands of dollars back to the state every year. Currently, Wall ISD sends about $700,000 annually back to Austin. With the VATER, those dollars stay here in Wall, where they belong. Combined with the state matching funds, that means an additional $1.5 million each year for Wall ISD.
This isn't just about numbers, it's about people. With this funding, Wall ISD will recruit and retain outstanding teachers, coaches, and staff, work within a balanced budget, strengthen programs like agriculture, culinary arts, and band, and maintain the highest quality education for all students. Wall is already a district of excellence. This vote ensures we stay strong and grow even stronger.
On November 4th, you have an important choice. The election isn't about raising taxes. It's about keeping Wall competitive, supporting our teachers, and investing in the future of our students. Remember, the total tax rate goes down by over 4 cents. And Wall keeps an additional $1.5 million annually. On November 4th, learn the facts, be informed, and join us in keeping Wall ISD among the very best in Texas. Because this is no ordinary family, this is Wall.
Welcome to this exclusive production of Concho Sports Network.
Dulcet tones of collective soul ring out through Wallhawk Stadium and Clayton Weissman Field. We welcome you into an extremely late starting Wallhawk football game, District 438D2. I'm Russ Howard, and I'm joined once again by Jake Ward. Jake, welcome to the broadcast.
Oh yeah, thanks. Great being here again on this nice rain-soaked evening.
Yes, it is. So we have had a bit of a delay, and we'd like to welcome you into the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as 1 day with Zentex Remodeling Group. Visit them at zentex.com. So Grape Creek comes in, third district game for both of these teams. Wall comes in 2-0 in district, 8-0 overall. Grape Creek is, 1-1, I believe, in district, and 5-3 overall. Your thoughts on Grape Creek tonight?
Well, what we got so far is they do have with that 5-3 record, looks good coming in, but that one district loss was to Coahoma, and as we saw last week, what Wall did to Coahoma, there are some expectations here on what might occur. Well, and with what Grape Creek, what they do, a lot different approach. We saw it last year. They've kind of kept the same kind of approach with that wing T sort of style offense there, and defensively,
You mentioned the wing T style offense. It's almost as if the wing T, our single wing blossomed into the spread formation and kind of commingled together, because it's an interesting, they put two quarterbacks behind center and you never know which one's going to get the snap.
Yeah. And with that being said, too, that's one thing that they do differently. I was fortunate enough to coach in the wing T offense down in Cal Allen with Phil Danaher, and it was kind of down to science there, whereas what's going to be a little bit different this one, they do have some tendencies and tells that can, the Wall can use to their advantage.
Right.
They're pretty strong tendencies to where you might be able to tell where the ball's going to go and get numbers.
Yeah.
So it could be, for Wall, how well they have it schemed up as far as defensively, coming off they've only given up the 2 scores to Merkel and District, and that was it. And they're giving up less than 10 points on the year.
Just over 8.
Yeah, and right now a weak point for Grape Creek also offensively is the passing game's just not strong
good
at all.
Yeah,
not good at all.
But I will say this, going back to last week, Grape Creek won 52-14 over Stanton. Yeah. They were at home, of course, but Grape Creek had 567 yards rushing, averaged more than 10 yards per carry. They only had 66 passes. This may be a type of game, whatever you want to say, that could play into Grape Creek's strength.
For them run the ball, yes, absolutely, because he even has so far that Darrell West, you mentioned 10 yards of carry over on the game last week. He's averaging over 12 yards of carry himself, for the year from the stats we've kind of were able to find on that.
Yeah.
But and then see, once again, that's what's going to be interesting as far as how they run their offense. If they can find a way to get the Wall defense miss the line and try to find and get numbers on the Wall defense, which is going to be a chore in itself.
Right.
So.
And then, of course, let's talk about Wall's offense, because you got Landon York, 2,200 plus yards on the season, 28 touchdowns, only 4 picks. Rushing, Brady Neal, 656 yards rushing, averaging 5.7 per carry, 9 rushing touchdowns, 3 of those last week. So an incredible job for him last week. And he's had 2 100-yard games back-to-back.
Yes, and that's going to be a key for Grape Creek tonight as well defensively, because they've shown they don't do a whole lot of different variation with their defensive alignment, so it could be a big night for Brady Neal again, unless they can find a way to try to get this Wall offensive line mixed up and kind of find a way to get some gaps and leverages somehow on this offense.
And lest we forget, of course, in the receiving game, and stop me if you've heard this before, but big number 1, Reed Robertson, he had a catch and run last week against Coahoma, 78 yards. He caught it right about 3 yards downfield, made one move, and just outran every single Coahoma defender to to the end zone.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
Recurring. Like every week it seems like he does it.
Some
whether it's
kind of
just
highlight.
like a quick screen or some just a little quick dump, and let's go.
He's got 12 receiving touchdowns on the season. But if you roll coverage to his side, then you got to come over and cover Kellen Oliver, who has 415 yards of his own and 5 receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. And then after that, you've got Evan Bailey. And then after that, you got Jagger Thompson, who's really stepped up as well.
We haven't seen Hagan Barbie too much on offense, but he also has 245 yards receiving this year and 3 receiving touchdowns. Don't know how much time he'll get, but
which I guess that's a good thing too. That Coach Slaughter had talked about there in our preseason, especially even too the depth that they have to be able to give him some rest and opportunities to where he's not in the line of fire as much, and he can focus on some other things and get a little bit more healthy, getting banged up a little bit. And that's what's been great for Wall so far this year, is having those guys step into those positions and they don't even skip a beat.
Right. So as we go through the broadcast tonight, fans, we'll probably be talking about a lot of different things because this is the second to the last regular season game, of course, second to the last district game as well. So starting to set up for postseason play now. So we'll talk a little bit about potential matchups as well, so you want to stay tuned for that. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break as they do the invocation and national anthem. You've been watching the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as one day with Zentex Remodeling Group, Zentex.com.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Even with our success, Wall ISD faces real challenges. One of the biggest is teacher pay. Wall pays teachers at the state-based salary. Neighboring districts like Very Best, Cristoval, and Water Valley all pay more because their maintenance and operation rates are higher. That gap makes it harder to keep the best teachers here and harder to recruit new ones. Our educators love Wall, but they also need competitive pay.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
This election is about securing the future of Wall ISD. On November 4th, Wall voters will decide on a voter-approved tax ratification election, or VATER. A VATER allows school districts to adjust their maintenance and operation tax rate, bringing in more state matching funds while still keeping the overall tax rate competitive. For Wall ISD, here's what it means. The ballot must legally say tax increase, but the total tax rate actually decreases by just over 4 cents per $100 of property value. Last year's rate was 95.12 cents. The new rate with VATER will be 90.93 cents. That's a real measurable decrease.
Welcome back to the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as one day with Zentex Remodeling Group at Zentex.com. And as we get ready for the coin flip, teams meeting at midfield. And we do apologize. We'll see how this goes. This is the latest we've started all season long, thanks to the weather that rolled in. We never want to downgrade the rain or disrespect the rain, because we always need it out here in West Texas. But it does come at inconvenient times, and it looks like, trying to see who gets, Wall will receive. It looks like they lost the toss, or it looks like Grape won the toss, deferred the second half. Wall will receive, and so we'll get ready for the Schertz Landscape opening kickoff. But your final thoughts on the pregame show here, Jake. What do you think? What are you looking to see tonight?
Well, what I think is, if Wall can keep up what they did last week as far as a fast start, and they just look really sharp from the get-go, and despite the weather, it's the same for both teams, as it were. It's going to affect both and see who handles it the best. And what I see right now is, if that Wall defense can get to their fits and get numbers, and that backside can be real disciplined, it might be a long night for this Grape Creek offense. And then offensively, see how well they execute with all the wetness, if they do go more towards being able to run the ball, which, like I said, if the Grape Creek defense, if they find ways to kind of mix it up and give them some different looks to keep them off key, or if they're just able to just execute their run game, or if they're still able to execute well on the throwing game too as well.
So the battle of Highway 87 fixing to kick off here in just a moment. 87 north for Grape Creek, 87 south for Wall. Or what do we say? The battle of the birds, the
green Raptor warfare here.
Green Raptor warfare, and now the kickoff coming. It's popped up in the air. It's going to come down to the up back at the 35, cuts it to the outside, and he gets past the 40, still going. Brought down at the 44-yard line, maybe the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was Kyler O'Neill receiving that short little kick, which,
We do ask you to bear with us. We have water on the windows tonight, and it's like looking through a shower curtain. We're trying to get the right numbers, but we'll try to keep it straight up here. But the Hawks will come out with 2 to each side, 2 receivers to each side. Of course, Landon York in the backfield, Brady Neal to his left.
There's Grape Creek in there, what you would call a kind of a split 6 there. Looks like they have 2 head-ups on the inside, or a 3-1 either way.
Jagger Thompson comes in motion. Now just a quick turn and throw. Is that Kellen Oliver out there?
Yes,
Kellen Oliver on reception, but maybe 3 yards on the pickup to the 48-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
And despite the weather, just going right at it and doing your thing.
Just run your offense. Let the chips fall where they may. So the Hawks now with Reed Robertson all the way out to the near sideline, and now Bailey in motion. York, just a quick swing screen, slant, whatever you want to call it, tunnel screen. That's Jagger Thompson. Yep.
There we go.
Reception.
Quick first down right there, just kind of like we saw last week. So see if they can maintain this as right. Grape Creek running their base defense right now, so using some motion again to get numbers.
Oasis Crop Insurance first down. Last week, as we mentioned, probably the most complete game Walls played all season long. So, and right here from the get-go, very crisp, very clean, executing, and picking up that first down. Now Thompson in motion again. Just now the give, a simple dive to Brady Neal, and a flag and a whistle comes up, and looks like that's going to be false start on Wall.
So that's our first Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty tonight.
And I think I know the white hat. I got to find out who that is, because if that's who I think it is, that's a friend of mine. That's John J.P. Patterson, I believe, out there.
J.P. Patterson. I see him quite a few at the Central games.
So he's an old retired Air Force guy, too. We served together at Goodfellow a few years ago. And by a few years, I mean many years ago.
Got a lot of stories with old J.P. over there at St. Anselm.
Calling games, I bet. 1st and 15 now. York gets the snap, turns, gives. Brady Neal now, he cuts it up past the 50, inside Grape Creek territory, down to the 40. They're going to mark him at the 47-yard line.
Wow, looks like he got about 5 yards, but they're marking it only about 3 there, so a little outside zone to get him going there.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 12. And 10:32 and running. And counting for the Wall Hawks on their first drive. So 3 receivers to the far sideline, Reed Robertson to the near sideline. Landon York now calling the play, making the motions, making adjustments now. He's got Brady Neal to his right. Now that's Hagan Barbie in on the O side, and York's going to drop the pass. He's going to go downfield. He's got Reed Robertson open in the zone, and he catches it for an Oasis Crop Insurance first down.
Yeah, nice to see Hagan Barbie getting down there on the offensive reps there. You see on the post-Atlantics replay, just motion across, little kind of a short little post wheel, as it were. That's one thing that's tough for Grape Creek. You have a one-high safety. He's not going to be able to get there in time, or he's got to go in a hurry.
And he did not make the right decision, and Reed Robertson just sat down in that zone, was able to grab that one. First down, Oasis Crop Insurance first down, just inside the Angelo MRI red zone, and now the snap. And dropping back to pass as the rain starts to come down. That pass comes down. Oh, Kellen Oliver had it and dropped it in the end zone. Landon York was spot on with that throw, and Kellen Oliver just couldn't make the catch here on the Post-Atlantic instant replay.
And yeah, just Evan Bailey on the motion there, just that shallow concept, just throwing the post over the top. Bad luck there, but right on, like you already said, Landon York spot on right now in terms of delivering the ball so far.
So York now gets the snap, gives it to Brady Neal. Neal just an inside zone, just right up the gut. And he comes down at the 50, or brought down at the 15-yard line, excuse me.
Good little 5-yard gain right there to kind of get back into a good little 3rd and 5 as we get into the, or did you already say the Angelo MRI red
I did,
zone
but
there?
it's okay. Shout him out again.
Oh, yeah.
So
give him another one there.
3rd down and 5 for Wall now.
And this is what's going to be interesting with Great Creek's defense, because the way they run it, you can get numbers with that formation.
And now a give to Brady Neal. Oh my goodness, Grape Creek was sitting on that one and able to stuff Brady Neal for, what are they going to make it, a 3-yard loss?
Yeah, 2-3 yards.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 7 now. And it looks like Coach Slaughter is leaving the O on the field, and they're going to go ahead and go for it as the rain starts to come down again, as it has done for most of the evening. And we're not mentioning the other word. We're just going to leave that word unspoken.
Right.
And now York rolls to the far sideline, looking. He's got a receiver out there. Kellen Oliver redeems himself, brings it down for an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down.
Yeah, good little short roll out there. Great Creek decided to bring all 6 right there in front. Got a good seals and easy throw and catch for the first. Good execution.
So 1st and goal now for Wall.
This is good to see again. Barbie coming back in on offense too. Like you said, it's been a long time.
Been a few weeks since he's got an extensive time. So now a 2-back set for the Hawks as they bring in, trying to see who that is down there.
Now there's the counter.
Hagen Barbie.
Where are they going to mark that one at? I'm marking that out. It looks like at the 3-yard line now.
So a quick 5 on the 1st and goal play. That's Brady Neal again.
And that's one thing Great Creek tries to do, what's called the wrong shoulder. Tries to do the spill technique, but sometimes they just don't get there quick enough, and that's interesting to see that Wall already kind of went to that early on in the game and got a good amount of yards, and if they keep getting good yards, see them come back to that quite a few times tonight.
Now York puts Barbie in motion. Just a little pop pass to Barbie. Barbie takes it to the outside. Touchdown. It's going to be a touchdown. Hagen Barbie to the house, and that's an Alpha Paving touchdown for the Wall Hawks. So 1st drive, the 1 penalty sets them back 5 yards, and then it's just clockwork. Bam, bam, bam.
Even overcoming the drop, getting a negative play on that and having to convert on 4th down, and here we go. So overcoming some things and just finishing the drive. Nice, good execution there.
You mentioned it. They converted on a 4th and 8 inside the 20, and so then put it in the end zone, and the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point is up. And it is good as Tyler Kleinsmith puts it through, and the Hawks quickly out on top, 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
And welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. The Hawks go, 60 yards, 54 yards, whatever it was, on their first drive of the game, put it in the end zone, and now lead the Grape Creek Eagles 7-0. And now Tyler Kleinsmith will tee it up for the Schertz Landscape kickoff.
Yeah, good, well executed drive right there.
Like clockwork. The kick is going to come down. It's going to be
that's number 3 right there on the return
by Ashton Ortiz, and Ortiz is going to be taken down inside the 20. Is that inside?
Nope. Got on the 28.
28. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see yard mark. It's difficult to see through this window, folks. I apologize.
So decent field position to start. So here you see it on the Post Atlantic's replay as he gets taken down here. Now here's what's going to be interesting here with Great Creek's offense, because the Sire Garcia and Braley Woods are some big guys that do use them as the lead through and use them as their seal blocks, and they're effective at that. Darrell West can carry the ball, but once again, if Ball can get numbers and get their fits right, see how they can make it work.
Grape Creek comes out with 3 running backs, and the direct snap to.
Just as I say it right there, I mean, they still got 2 yards, But they definitely made him pay right there.
That was Darrell West, the big senior. We mentioned him in the pregame show, and you talked about him some.
And one thing you'll see with this offense, too, that's Sarah Garcia. He's going to take you to the ball pretty much every play, so we'll see what they can do with that.
Yeah. The big four up front, Dylan Sellers, Mason Steen, Cone Braden, Ben Taylor, got their work cut out for them tonight trying to set that edge. Those linebackers, Gavin Sisson, Jacob Braden, Slayton Hallmark, Tayson Stucker, they'll have their work cut out for them.
Oh, so they actually gave him 3 yards. So that's one thing that's necessary for Grape Creek is at least maintain 3 or not more. There it is again.
The
same
snap
play
to
basically
West,
the
and
other
now he's
side.
going to try to cut back, and now he decides to turn it upfield, and the Wallhawk defense is there and all over it.
And hey, as I say it too, that was one thing that was great on the backside because Darrell West, you can see he's trying to turn back, but there was a couple of Wallhawk defenders sitting there on the backside maintaining their leverage, and he had nowhere to go.
Right. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll get the camera up, but while the camera's down, we'll keep calling it here like a radio broadcast for you.
So we're sitting at 3rd and 8 right now.
And there is 6:19 left in the first quarter. Wall leading 7-0. This is Grape Creek's first possession on the night.
So Grape Creek's formation, they got the receivers down here to the Wall sideline. Here it is.
Now
almost there it is again, and that's kind of what we're talking about. Wall's got it fit up and sealed off, and that's what's going to make it a long night for Grape Creek. Can't figure out a way to solve this defense. So already Wall defense showing be very disciplined on where they're supposed to be.
Yep. 3 straight carries there by Darrell West, and so now, excuse me, breathed wrong on that one.
And Darrell West has been an effective runner, like we said in the pregame show. Even against Coahoma, even though they lost that game, he had a couple of early touchdowns. Then they put Grape Creek up in a hurry. But
so 4th down and 6 now with 5:25 as the clock runs here from Hawk Stadium. Now
this might be part of the strategy too, to kind of let the clock run a little bit.
Yep. They come out in a, well, I don't know if this is a punt formation or not. Yeah, he's dropping back to punt.
Yeah, they even show that in the pregame. So yeah, that Braley Woods, they doubles as that as well, which I wouldn't be surprised at some point maybe they might be able to block that. But
and that's bounced down to Kellen Oliver, who fielded on the bounce, and now he's just fighting his way forward, and the rugby scrum breaks out. Kellen Oliver still going across the 40 to the 44-yard line.
Yes, and he got his just like he does every week. When is he going to break out the truck stick?
Yep.
Still does already right there.
He did it like on the first drive last week, and now on the first punt return of the night he does it.
So you can see it on the Post-Atlantic's replay there.
Yeah, boom, there was the hit right there, and then there was 3, 4, 5 Grape Creek Eagles, 6 Grape Creek Eagles coming in and trying, and he's just still fighting his way forward.
And now we can already see it. Grape Creek kicking in a different defensive philosophy here, changing up the formation.
So way off the ball now on the receivers, and now just a simple give. That's Kyler O'Neal, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Kyler O'Neal on the carry. He's still going, breaks the tackle.
Wow.
Gets an Oasis Crop Insurance first down on the carry.
And that's what's going to be tough. You see right there, Aiden Pollock, that senior DT, getting in on there and almost getting to the play, but that's what's going to be difficult for Grape Creek if those guys can't make those plays. Man.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night. Kellen Oliver now comes in as Kyler O'Neal leaves the field after a nice pickup on that carry. So now trips to the near sideline for the Hawks. Single receiver to the far sideline. And York calls for the snap and just simply gives it to Brady Neal. Neal, big hole, 35 inside, back into the middle of the field, across the 30, inside the Eagles' 29, 28-yard line, I believe it is. So yeah.
And it's been, I guess, since maybe week 1 since we've seen any kind of adjustments like that, like how Mason did when they went 4-man and just jumped in 3-man. Well, this is a good adjustment already by the Wall staff. Oh, they go into a 3-man front. They take guys out of the box now. Let's just run the ball.
Yeah. So now 1st and 10 after the run by Neal.
Grape Creek showing kind of what appears to be a man 2 right there.
And York now steps up in the pocket, throws to the end zone.
Got him.
Touchdown, Kellen Olive. Nope, Jagger Thompson. I saw 2, it's actually 7. Jagger Thompson.
I bring up the video game every week, but that just looked like a straight 4 verts, or just like Mike Leach style, and just hit the guy with the open leverage, man 2 free, and beat his guy, and there wasn't nobody left. Safety went over here to single side.
Yep. Alva Paving touchdown for Jagger Thompson there, and the Tom Green Bureau extra point forthcoming. Tyler Kleinsmith will put it up, and it is good, and the Hawks quickly up 14-0 now.
You'd be a rich man every time for as much as you said that. Tyler Kleinsmith, good.
I'll tell you what. Fans, check out why First Community is the #1 local auto lender with great rates on new, used, or refinance autos, variety of payment options. They can help make your payment fit your budget. Be smart, bank smart. Apply online at 1cfcu.org or give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. You could see there on the Postal Annex instant replay, as I was trying to get the read in, that the nice throw from Landon York to Jagger Thompson, a nice pass.
Absolutely. You can call that what's called kind of a two ball there, where it's doesn't have too much air, but it's not on the line, just over the top of that defender.
Yep.
Great vision, too, to keep his eyes down in the field as he was standing up in the pocket on that.
And that's Thompson's 3rd touchdown reception on the season. Like I said, if you roll coverage to Reed Robertson's side, they've still got some folks out there.
And look at this. This is something they might wind up kicking this here. This is something that Coach Holscher, I know we've talked about this in the past. They got the satellites. These guys line up on the outside. Grape Creek's kind of tight right now. They might kick that later if they want to try to do that at least once. So that will be interesting to see if they do that.
Or setting something up for down the road, maybe in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And the Shirts Landscape kickoff comes down at the 20. And now, trying to see who that was on the return.
Number 8 there.
Number 8, Anthony Saavedra, stumbled trying to come out of a break and fell down and be marked at the 20, what are they marking it, 26-yard line of Grape Creek?
Yep. Yes, looks like, that's where he's standing up. Yes, sir.
26-yard line for Grape Creek with an Oasis Crop Insurance first down.
Drive starting here with 3:37 left in this quarter, and you can see there on the screen that rain coming down.
Yeah, that rain. I was looking at that thinking, boy, I'm glad we're in the press box.
And once again, as you can see that rain coming down and throwing-wise.
Yeah, they still, We were talking earlier kind of off the air, wonder how Landon York will throw a wet ball. I'm thinking it's pretty successful. I think we're good. And so now just a simple inside
look
give.
There, something a little different there now. Grape Creek trying to use some of their wrinkles, which Sire Garcia, he's a load.
Yep, pick up a 4 yards on that one.
He kind of reminisce on the old days of old Daryl Johnston.
The moose is loose. Yeah. So we get a moose call here in the press box. Those who remember Daryl Johnston, one of the greatest fullbacks of all time.
I watched that documentary. It's kind of interesting that they had on.
And now he's doing pretty good as a color commentator on broadcast as well before he moved into ownership of whatever satellite football leagues out there now. He's part owner of one of those now, I guess. I don't know. And now a give play again, and Wall is all over it, but fighting for yards, trying to see who that was on the bottom. Was that Sire Garcia again?
Yes, once again, and this is something again that we talk about how Grape Creek was going to be able to adjust, do something different, get this wall defense, and now they're doing a triple option look that they haven't really shown too much of this year. So using their main dude Daryl West as a pitch man, even though they've given it twice so far to that Sire Garcia, but we can see it's kind of been effective. He's already gotten 7 yards on 2 carries, which that's kind of thing with this offense.
3rd and 3, 2:14 in the clock running here in the first quarter.
Looks like it might be the same kind of thing here.
See who's going to get the snap. Turn, give, and that's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down by Sire Garcia. Just a simple, like you say, inside zone give, straight dive, almost like the old school dive to the fullback.
Yeah, and as you can see on the Postal Annex replay, they're just wherever Daryl West is, that it's going to go to that side. But that's the key to it. I mean, they're going to keep getting 3-4 yards a carry. They're going to keep doing this all the way down the field. And that's kind of the thing about the wing T offense. You just the ball's moving forward. You're just doing your thing.
Here's the thing. This is exactly what Grape Creek needs to do. They need to pick up first downs, melt that clock, run the ball, keep the ball out of that explosive Wall offense's hands.
Absolutely.
The only hope that they probably have.
And don't make mistakes.
And don't make mistakes like that. Yep.
Because now you're behind and that's the thing about this kind of offense too. You get behind the sticks.
Yep.
And they're not very good at throwing the ball, so
you can't come out and throw it. 25, 30, 40 times like Wall does. Brayley Woods on that fumble, but was able to fall on top of it. Now 2nd down and 13 as we tick under a minute here in the first quarter. Real quick, folks, while we wait for them to break the huddle, want to remind you to follow Concho Sports Network on social media, Facebook, X, and Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Look for @Concho Sports. Watch us on Roku and Fire TV apps. And now, another snap, another give, and the Wall Hawk defense is just swarming to the football.
And already, once again, I speak about tendencies. You can see it. Wherever that Darrell West lines up, the ball's going to go away from him because he's going to run around and be that pitch man. That time Braylon actually pulled it, but you can see he's a low too.
Yes, he is not a small gentleman. Yeah. He's a very, very big kid.
Yeah, there's a reason why they've used him as far as being that lead blocker, and that's how Darrell West has had a lot of success this year so far too. He's been a really good runner, but he's had some good blockers too, some thick blockers, I should say.
And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Hawks leading 14-0. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in, and we're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get $12,000 off this new 2025 GMC Sierra. $12,000 off. Or save $5,000 off this new 2025 GMC Acadia. Deep discounts, low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Without this adjustment, Wall sends hundreds of thousands of dollars back to the state every year. Currently, Wall ISD sends about $700,000 annually back to Austin. With the Vader, those dollars stay here in Wall, where they belong. Combined with the state matching funds, that means an additional $1.5 million each year for Wall ISD.
And welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. The Grape Eagles facing a 3rd and 11 as we start the second quarter, trailing 14-0 to the Wall Hawks. And Wall's defense jumping around, and now a keeper. Trying to see who that was on the play there on the carry. Trying to see that was big number 8, Anthony Saavedra.
Yeah, and I just got a shout out that we actually do have a Moose on the Wall Hawks team. Coach Holster's wife, Manny, thank you for that information on Mason Steen. They call him Moose. So we even
we'll have to call him.
I was hoping well, he's not 48 because that's Dylan Sellers, but that would be better. But
yeah, I know it would be. That would be. So 4th down now and 7, 11:25 as the clock runs here. And Grape Creek's lining up to go for it. And now the Wall Hawks have to come up in the defensive alignment.
Got him. Nope. That was
who was that?
Braden McFarden.
24. Yeah, that was Caden McFarden, wasn't it? Yeah, Caden McFarden that blew that play up in the backfield, and the 4th down gamble, in fact, does not pay off here on the Coastal Innocence Arena.
Once again, Cy Garcia taking you to the play, but you know it's going to go to their dude. And man, that's the thing about this defense.
Yep. And the thing about it was, if you noticed, trailing McFarden was Jacob Braden. That kid is almost always in the right place at the right time. So
because he's been consistently the leading tackler. Yep. So you got your linebacker, DN, safeties there, and Tayson Stucker as well as being your leading tackler's consistency. That's definitely a good thing.
So 1st and 10 for the Wall Hawks now inside the Grape Creek 40-yard line at 39. Modified pistol set. Now just a turn and give to Brady Neal. And Neal's going to fight inside the 35 and carried backwards, but they're going to mark him at the 33-yard line.
Good 7-yard gain to start. Good drive starter right there. And,
actually, 32-yard line.
And you can't blame Grape Creek right now for going that. They got to find something.
No, they got to get. Yep.
It's going to.
They need a spark. They need a spark.
But unfortunately, this Wall Hawk defense is
they're too good.
Reading it and just kind of sitting on top of whatever they're trying to do. And you can see that on that last drive, they were trying to do something different. It still didn't work.
Yep.
There's the counter again.
So now Brady Neal picks up an Oasis Crop Insurance, I believe, first down. They're going to give it to him. Yep, Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So Brady Neal going to see a heavy, steady diet, I would guess, of the aforementioned Mr. Neal this evening.
That's what you could see on that when they were running that counter. You got old Ryland, Skinlari, and Gage Jacoby pulling around there. You know, it's kind of scary for them. But here you go, that another
little pop pass to Evan Bailey. Bailey with a host of blockers, and he's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. Again, the 25.
That's 22, Gabe Santillan on the tackle there, the free safety.
So second down and 4 now, or second down and 6, excuse me, after the 4-yard pass reception, because he did toss that forward. 9:50 left in the first half as the clock is running.
I was just making sure I had those numbers right earlier.
And now another pistol set as York lines up with Neal behind him, and now Jagger Thompson comes in motion. Now comes back across the formation. York, just a swing pass to Neal. Neal's going to cut it outside, and Grape Creek defended that one well, as that was Chris Duran came up for that tackle.
Yeah, that was a good fit right there by the linebacker, keeping him from being able to cut it up right there in that lane. Once again, though, I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of variation right now with that defense. So we'll see if they got a chance here. They got 3rd and 6 here to get them to a 4th down again.
9:05 in the first quarter as the Hawks face another 3rd down. Been successful on all but one 3rd down, in which they then proceeded to pick up the 1st down on 4th down. York now looks. He's got a receiver open, and that is going to be Reed Robertson doing those Reed Robertson things that he does, and he grabs that one on the postal and assistant replay. You can see this one.
And, you know, that's good for the highlight film, too, in a way that's like, hey, look, I got the ball. Old Randy Rodriguez on the hit there and still holding on to it, securing it for the 1st down.
Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. You're right. He makes the highlight catches, but he'll also stick his head in there and make those tough catches like he did on that little in route, slant route, whatever you want to call it. And now a toss out here to Jagger Thompson. Give him number 2. Jagger Thompson, a 13-yard touchdown pass from Landon York.
Yeah, that zone read with the bubble off, it's so effective. When you got numbers out there, it just makes an easy decision on the dime.
Yep. Alpha Paving touchdown, and now the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point upcoming. But yeah, another great read, a great look, a well-designed play by Coach Launderholm, as just a little swing pass. He had blockers, and Thompson sticks it in the end zone for another touchdown.
Once again, for all you kiddos at home, you know, that's on NCAA. You can run it.
And the extra point is good. I said this to Coach Slaughter in the coaches show this past week. If you haven't watched it, you can watch it every Tuesday night. We air it at 7 p.m. But I said you need to get Tyler Kleinsmith either a permanent ice bag or some kind of icy hot. You can see here on the postal and assistant replay.
And yeah, you see that 71, that defensive end just chases it. It's an easy pull. That 22, the safety, was nowhere. He was still inside. Easy dump.
One thing I noticed was Kellen Oliver out there got a block downfield at right about the 2-3 yard line that actually got Jagger around that end and into the end zone.
And that's a recurring thing. Give them a shout out again too all year. It seems like that's something that's always been
blocking. Yes.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it a whole lot, but the blocking downfield by the receivers has been so effective on springing these plays.
They're not just athletic in the passing game as far as catching the ball, and Coach Slaughter will talk about this all day long as well. They're great. They will go and hit somebody and block those when they're told to or when they're asked to.
And you got to do those things to have success, and it shows in
Church Landscape kickoff. Yes, sir. And that's going to come.
He's going to bring it out.
He's coming out of the end zone.
He's a good enough athlete to do it.
And he makes one move, cuts the near sideline, 40, 45, and here comes the pursuit. And that's going to be actually the kicker, Tyler Kleinsmith, pushing. Who is that on the return? Was that Darrell West?
That was Darrell West, and you can see why he's had so much success and why they put the ball in his hand.
Oh my goodness, that speed when he cut it back to the near sideline and just stepped on the gas. Good thing Tyler Kleinsmith had the angle on him, was able to run him out of bounds.
Yeah, because it looked like you had him dead to rights there without the blocks, but that was one thing he does a great job of attacking with his speed, and that makes it tough.
Great athleticism. Yep, exactly. And So with that being said, Grape Creek now scrimmage from the Wall Hawk 48-yard line with a Oasis Crop Insurance first down after that great kickoff return by West.
Giving him a break right now after that, it looks like. So back to their usual right here.
And that snap's going to come back to number 8 again. I believe that's Anthony Saavedra, and he's going to be met and then held to a 2-yard gain on first down. 8:05 on the clock running here in the first half.
Once again, that's what they've been doing most. They have a tackle overset. You know, number 10 is there. I guess you can call him your tight end. He's not too terribly big there, Tony Ibarra. But yeah, 25 will lead you through wherever he goes. He's going to take you to the ball there. That's all they want is get some seals in a hurry and get some yards.
The crowd here at Hawk Stadium, not as big as you would guess, which is what happens when you kick a game off at 9:30 in the evening, but still a good turnout. The band's still lively. Cheerleaders are still lively. Good atmosphere. And so now a snap to the up back. Is that Sire Garcia?
It is, yep. Another 3-4 yard gain right there. So now we're looking at about a 3rd and 4. So
3rd and makeable. So that's exactly what Grape Creek needs to do. Just those gains, stay ahead of the chains, or even with the chains as it were. Avoid the losses, avoid getting behind the chains. So yeah.
And that's where they've had success with offensively this year, is being able to do those things. Even though they do have these strong tendencies, they've been able to execute.
So 3rd down and 4 now, 6:55 as the clock continues to tick, and that's what we want. We want that running clock here tonight, as we've been here for a while.
So you're looking at a pass right here, unless it's a direct snap to Sire.
So
right there it
is. Direct snap, and Garcia's going to have an Oasis Crop Insurance first down, and the 34-yard line. Grape Creek now with another first down, and vital. Because they're already down 21-0, they've got to get something going here.
And for them, it's good to see. For them, they're able to kind of execute their normal stuff right now and then be able to find those. So now, once again, it is critical for Wall to get back to those fits and slow down and get them into some 2 or less yard gains here.
Right. And the light show, which is outside 10 miles, is still making its presence known outside of 10 miles.
Here we go again, inside. Good cut there to kind of at least get something, but then there it is. Only a 1 yard gain right there. That's what the Wall defense has got to do.
Yep. 1 yard pickup. 2nd down and 9.
So within this formation right here, only other thing they would do to come back away from those 2 wide receivers is a run counter back this way too. But then once again, that's where the backside defense has to be there and has to be disciplined. Here we are again, taking it. It's going to be well under 15. They're going to snap it under 10 seconds, and that's what they have to do.
This is their game plan. You can tell they are out there to melt that clock. And as we've seen, it's probably a good thing you need to do.
There it is again, and that time defense, that's what Wall defense has got to do consistently tonight. There's a 1 yard gain, so now you're 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7.
Garcia on the carry.
So Sire Garcia once again. Cone Braden was in on that tackle, as well as trying to see, was that 58 as well?
I think
Bennett
so.
Branch and Cone Braden in on that tackle.
In that time, Brayley Woods, number 12, wasn't in. He was the main quarterback. So it's kind of, like I said, again, you talk about tendency. It's going to, only option they had there was pretty much go to number 25 right there.
Right. So the one thing is, when they don't run this hurry up, it gives us a chance to get more of our commercial reads in, which we'll have to start doing here in a little while. So 3rd down and 8, 4:35 left to go here in the first half. And now a little reverse give to Sire Garcia. Steal that corner.
Good job running that down. Dylan Sellers.
Dylan Sellers runs that one down. Also in there was, who was in there? Number 13 was in there. Jacob Braden as well in there on that pursuit. But Dylan Sellers did a great job.
Darrell West only picked up 2 yards. So now it's 4th and 5. Well, 4th and 6, huh?
Yeah.
They're only on the 30. Yeah, 4th and 6, so not even 2 yards. But once again, you can see there, it looks like they tried to do some misdirection, but at the same time, it was going to Darrell West.
Yeah.
And Sire was taking him with it. So that play has been real successful for them. They got a lot of yardage out of that one. So, but that's backside's got to be able to chase that down. They got to get the numbers to close that gap, because if he had a little bit of gap, he'd probably get gone.
4th down now, and now a straight drop back. And here comes the pass rush, and now he breaks the tackle, gets outside, cuts back up inside, And he's going to be brought down.
It's going to be close if they mark him on the 25. He's short.
They're going to give him a first down on that one?
If he's right on the 25, that's going to be short.
They're marking him just outside the 25-yard line, so trying to see.
First down Wall, already called. If that's JP that you said might have called it, then that's, yeah.
So that's going to be a turnover on down, so Grape Creek with a what initially looked like a pass play with their first one of the night, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And then
I see it here on the Post-Analytics replay.
Yep.
Yeah, he just, and that's the thing. It almost looked like he had number 3 there in the flat, even too, if he wanted. But that pass rush was, gosh, got on him and gave him some. He did a good job of escaping it, but then finishing the playoff there. That's number 16, Levi King, making the initial hit.
Yep. That was big number 12 there, Braley Woods. So now 1st and 10 for the Hawks as York comes out in a pistol set. He's going to drop straight back. Here comes the Grape Creek pass rush. York avoids it for the moment. And he tries to get it over here to Evan Bailey, running a little route to the corner over here on the near sideline, and he just couldn't able to get it because the Grape Creek pass rush was on him.
Yeah, I would like to see him kind of try to, scramble and get something there. But that's okay. I mean, even, still not a bad decision. Throw it away.
He did look like he had maybe 5 yards out here on the near sideline. But like you said, throw it away, live to fight another day.
I think that was number 71, that defensive end, getting it on that time.
2nd down and 10. Now a outside zone give to Gray Neal, and that he's going to be taken down.
A lot of flags going around here, and that was looked like number 20 almost had him.
Number 33.
Chris Duran almost had him there for a very short game.
And that's going to bring up our second Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty of the night. Trying to see what that call is going to be.
Looks like it might be wind up with a 2nd 15 here or something. Is that JP?
I'm trying to decide. If it's not, it's his doppelganger. I'm telling you, because that looks a lot like him. So here comes the call from the referee, who may or may not be the aforementioned person. Personal foul. It's going to be on Grape Creek. And a holding call on Wall.
Play the down.
Okay. So offset penalty, so we'll reset. No harm, no foul. That play never happened.
I didn't see the number, but I guess the personal foul might have been backside here and the holding up top, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
33 was the personal foul. Okay, so yeah, that was Connor Lineberger, the inside linebacker there. I think he's even playing outside linebacker for them. No, he is the other inside linebacker with Sar Garcia there.
3:17 left on the clock, so now 2nd down and 10 all over again like it never happened. And now a turn, fake,
RPO to Reed.
Picks it up, got Reed Robertson downfield. That's going to be incomplete. Oh, there's the flag. Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag. I think they're going to get, who is that out there on coverage that was on Reed Robertson?
That one's tough.
I will say, with Landon York, you get one-on-one on Reed Robertson, you take that every time if it's an RPO.
You do, absolutely.
Every time.
That's Rennie Rodriguez there. I don't know if I really like that penalty, but I mean, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, definitely. If he one-on-one with him, I'd take it. Just, I think he just happened to.
Yep.
It's the contact happened.
Here's the Postal Analytics instant replay. You see the fake there. He pulls it, and then he sees Reed Robertson one-on-one.
Well, now that I see it on the replay, of course, initially kind of, but okay, now that I see that, yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Kind of had his hands on him right there, pulling him while he was trying to go up. So, okay.
Oasis Crop Insurance first down. Yep. After the Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag for pass interference.
Coming over to the other hash, I guess where it was.
So that'll be marked down at the 39-yard line of Wall,
Once again, Wall's been pretty consistent with their look right now defensively, not doing a whole lot of different stuff, just trying to play it and get after it here.
Yep. So now York puts his hand down, holds everybody up, gets the call from the sideline, now sets everybody. He's got Brady Neal in the backfield with him, takes a snap, just gives it to Neal. Neal now cuts it back up inside, gets across the 45-yard line to the 46, maybe get the 47.
And if they're going to keep forcing that free safety there, Gabe Santillan, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but if they're going to keep forcing him to have to come up and make plays, that's going to bode it's already bodes well right now, but still.
Yeah. 2nd down and 2 with 2:44 as the clock continues to run, and Brady Neal now just again fighting for yards, and he's going to have an Oasis Crop Insurance first down inside Grape Creek's territory, as it will be marked down at the 48-yard line of the Eagles. Just a simple, I think we're kind of seeing how this is going to play out.
Yeah. And that's, seeing them running the outside zone consistently like that, I think I mentioned it before there. The Grape Creek defensive line is a couple steps slower than the Wall offensive line, so you get them running, you can outrun them going east and west.
And once again, a give to Brady Neal, and this time, well, I thought for a moment the Eagles had him, but he breaks free and gets to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play.
Once again, 22 all over the place. He's having to run a long ways to make plays, but he's getting in there on it.
Yep. And so now as the clock stops at 2:09 as we approach the 2-minute rest and relaxation point in the first half.
Ball still has numbers out here too with 3-by-1.
Yeah, they do. So York, just a straight drop back. He's going to come over here in the middle of the field. Kellen Oliver, and there it is. There's a couple of trucks there by Kellen as he gets another Oasis Crop Insurance first down inside the Grape Creek 30-yard line.
For some Marco Perez, you can see down a post Linux replay there that post curl wheel concept that's been so effective so far for Wall.
And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute rest and relaxation timeout, otherwise known in other levels as the 2-minute warning. But we'll take a quick break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network.
Would you like a time lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
See friendship being
And welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. The Hawks with a 1st and 10 at the Grape Creek 29-yard line now. Make it the 28. York is going to just stand up, turn, throw. And that is Evan Bailey. He's going to have a quick 5 yards as the Grape Creek defense is all over that.
Yeah, making a, good. There's a nice little spot, little soft spot right there to taking advantage of. And now you can see they're constantly, which is good for Wall right now because you've got them the way they're adjusting their defense. You keep creating holes and numbers over here on this side. Sets up well for their zone read with the bubble action here in a little bit.
Now York simply turns. Jagger Thompson again. Thompson's had a great night. Cuts it inside. Touchdown, Wall Hawks. Jagger Thompson. Give him the hat trick of touchdowns. And looking to see, is there laundry on the field? I don't see any. All right.
Simple throw and catch. Get out there before you get a holding call and go make a play.
Good Lord. Jagger Thompson, young man, have yourself a football game. A hat trick of receiving touchdowns. And now the Tom Green County Farm Bureau extra point forthcoming. The Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point.
Ooh,
the kick is up. That was
still got it through, it looks like.
It was good.
That was awkward.
That has got to be, I love Tyler Glasgow, but that was kind of ugly. That was one of the ugliest ones I've seen all year, extra points. But, okay, this is like his 27th in like 3 weeks, so I kind of cut him some slack on that one.
He got the real ugly one done and gave one. Got that out of the way.
So that's another touchdown for the Wall Hawks, who now lead 28-0. Another Alpha Paving touchdown as we set up for the Church Landscape kickoff. Real quick, football fans, want to let you know that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Combine that with one of them First Community Federal Credit Union loans, and you got it set up for success.
Yeah, let's see if they take advantage of the satellite right here before half after that big return, because you can see Grape Creek, they're got kind of tight here with the 5, and this is why you do what's called satellites, number 9 and 15 for Wall. I mean, granted, you're up 28-0 right now, so, but like you said, set up for playoffs.
Yep. showing that look now to make folks down the line take notice of it. Tyler Kleinsmith now. He'll go ahead and kick this one deep, and this is the leg on Tyler Kleinsmith, and now that's going to be down in the end zone. I thought he was going to bring that out for a minute.
I thought we were about to see some fireworks.
Yeah, indeed. That was, again, Darrell West. But, going back to my comment about that missed extra point, or that extra point, in all seriousness, Tyler Kleinsmith is a sophomore. He's a sophomore, and he's out here kicking in situations like this, weather like this, and he's just the young man's incredible. Made that 41-yard field goal several weeks ago that probably would have been good from 51.
Yeah, and once again, going back to the first game against Mason, he kicked like a sophomore, and then after that,
something clicked, and he's just been. He missed one a couple of weeks ago, and that's the only thing he's missed since that first game with Mason.
Okay. So let's see what Grape Creek's going to take this in, or if they're going to try to do something here.
Now just a simple sweep play off.
Got to get outside.
Sire Garcia.
Jagger Thompson. If he would have got a hand on him, he was about to slide through
West.
there.
I'm sorry, I said Sire. That was Darrell West.
Yeah. It looked like Gunnar King was about to be in pursuit there too, but that was a good job by Jagger getting a hand out there, because it looked like he was about to make a cut and go.
Yeah, he did. I was waiting to see that cut up inside. If he could have broke that one tackle, he might have been dancing in the end zone. Anyway, 2nd down and 2 now, with under 50 seconds left here in the first half. And folks, just let you know, we will keep it here and let you watch the halftime show, and then we'll come back shortly before halftime's over and give you some updates on scores and stuff around the regions, maybe set up some playoff matchups, potential playoff matchups. 2nd down and 2, the snap, direct snap.
Numbers there, okay, right there. So
and that's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down, just outside the 35-yard line. It will stop the clock momentarily, but I don't think Grape Creek is going to be in any kind of hurry.
The way they've been doing this, they might call some kind of reverse pass or something right here at the end, something kind of tricky just to try to catch them off guard. So again, discipline is going to be important right here on this last play.
15-14, less time left on the clock than there is on the play clock, so we'll just see, does Grape Creek just let this one tick down and go to halftime and regroup, reorganize? And that is going to take us to halftime with your Wall Hawks leading 28-0 over the visiting Grape Creek Eagles as the Battle of 87 takes place here in Wall, America. We will take this to halftime, let you watch the halftime festivities, and we'll come back shortly before the end of halftime and give you some updates. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
This isn't just about numbers, it's about people. With this funding, Wall ISD will recruit and retain outstanding teachers, coaches, and staff, work within a balanced budget, strengthen programs like agriculture, culinary arts, and band, and maintain the highest quality education for all students. Wall is already a district of excellence. This vote ensures we stay strong and grow even stronger.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Deep discounts and low prices on all 2025s in stock. 2026 vehicles are rolling in. We're forced to start our 2025 year-end clearance event now. Get this 2025 GMC Terrain. You could pay only $29,999. Or this 2025 Buick Envista. You could pay $21,999. Deep discounts and low prices during our 2025 year-end clearance event. Only at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
On November 4th, you have an important choice. The election isn't about raising taxes. It's about keeping Wall competitive, supporting our teachers, and investing in the future of our students. Remember, the total tax rate goes down by over 4 cents. And Wall keeps an additional $1.5 million annually. On November 4th, learn the facts, be informed, and join us in keeping Wall ISD among the very best in Texas. Because this is no ordinary family, this is Wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wall High School proudly presents the award-winning Mighty Wall Hawk Band. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the band will be performing their 2025 production entitled Echo, with musical arrangements by On the Field Music. Selections include The Scientist by Coldplay, Toccata and Fugue by Bach, In the End by Linkin Park, and Red by Thomas Bergerson. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Logan Brooks, Elisha Armstrong, and Emily Gibson. And now, with Wall Hawk pride, the Mean Green Marching Machine. the 2025 show for the Wall Hawks. Now for senior night, can I please have all the band seniors to the 50-yard line near the sideline? Mitchell, can I get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 band sweetheart is Riley Moon. And your 2025 band beau is Ben Medina. Congratulations, seniors. All right, Wall Hawk fans, will you get on your feet and join me for the playing of the fight song? Marching Machine are Dustin Moses and Gabby Wynn. Color Guard sponsor is Amy Moses. The Wall Hawk Band would like to congratulate the Grape Creek Eagle Band on advancing to the area marching contest next week. A special shout out to the Wall Band on being awarded the 2025 Concho Classic Marching Festival overall grand champions and for advancing to the area competition next Saturday in Lubbock. The band would like to thank our administrators, faculty, and parents for their unwavering support. This week's Marcher of the Week is Kaylee Hart. Thank you for your attention, and go Hawk.
Tonight is senior night at Wall High School. Tonight we're honored to recognize the graduating seniors at Wall High School who have participated on the football team, the band, and as cheerleaders. If the seniors and parents will step forward as we call your names. Our senior cheerleaders. Jordan Chitsey is the daughter of Doug and Jan Chitsey. Bella Frerick is the daughter of Patrick and Wendy Frerick. Kennedy Graves is the daughter of Jack and Kim Graves. Delaney Hollifield is the daughter of Cameron and Amy Hollifield. JC White is the daughter of Jeremy and Shauna White. Dakota Yarbrough is the daughter of Kevin and Pam Yarbrough. Our senior band members, Elijah Armstrong, son of David and Deja Armstrong. Cooper Brown is the son of Marshall and Carrie Brown. Ben Medina, son of Lorena Medina. Riley Moon, daughter of David and Wendy Moon. Kyle Seidel, son of Rainier and Kirsten Seidel. Matthew Wilson, son of Shane and Jennifer Wilson. Our senior football players and managers. Manager Abby McMillan, the daughter of Jason and Lindsay McMillan. Kyler O'Neill, son of Monty and Haley O'Neill. Reed Robertson is the son of Chad and Melissa Robertson. Kellen Oliver, son of Mark and Kristen Oliver. Bryson McFarden, son of Stephen and Kim McFarden. Landon York, son of Matt and Brandy York. Brady Neal, son of Landon and Shay Neal. Gavin Sisson, son of Eric Greason and Caroline Rhodes. Jacob Braden, son of Chris and Heather Braden. Levi Keene, son of Brian Keene and Vanessa Keene Pearson and Greg Pearson. Tayson Stucker, son of Travis and Angela Stucker. Hagen Barbie, son of Josh and Samantha Barbie. Reuben Victor Martin, son of Victor and Claudia Marin. Colin Garcia, son of Ricardo and Rachel Diane Garcia. Dylan Sellers, son of Nolan and Amber Sellers. Grant Kimmel, son of Tim and Megan Kimmel. Reed Ballard, son of Brian and Carrie Ballard. Ben Taylor, son of Bill and Renee Taylor. Will Aldridge, son of Chase and Jenny Aldridge. Bennett Branch, son of Charles and Heather Branch. Alex Samaniego, son of Kalina Samaniego. Cohen Braden, son of Kirk and Crystal Braden. Rylan Scandalari, son of Michael and Kristen Scandalari. And Blaine Jinsky, son of Carl and Tanya Jinsky. At this time, we'll present our 2025 Football Bow and Sweetheart nominees. Will the nominees please come forward to the center of the track as their names are called? For our Football Sweetheart nominees, Bella Frerick, Kennedy Graves, and Abby McMillan. For our Football Bow nominees, Bain Jinsky, Brady Neal, and Landon York. The 2025 Football Sweetheart and Bow are Abby McMillan and Bain Jinsky. Wall ISD proudly congratulates these seniors for their exceptional contributions to both our school and our community. Their dedication, hard work, and spirit have made a lasting impact on Wall High School, and we are incredibly proud to celebrate them tonight. As they prepare to embark on new journeys, we wish them continued success, happiness,
and welcome back to the Pixelcast Media Halftime Show. We hope you've been enjoying the senior night festivities. Football fans, if you want to watch Concho Sports Network games live on your big screen TV, all you have to do is install the CSN Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them right now. Right now, go and get them on either device just by searching Concho Sports on Roku and Fire TV. We invite you to check it out to get the best viewing experience. I will tell you, it looks a whole lot better on a 55-inch TV than it does on a, 7-inch iPhone or whatever it is now. So, yeah. But, so, Jake, what do you think so far about this first half? What you got?
Well, kind of, considering all the things that have happened, kind of went, as you can say, as expected as it were. The Wall coming out kind of like they did at the start of the last game, like they, we would expect them to, starting fast and executing. And kind of surprisingly, 3 touchdown passes out of the, 4?
Yeah, 4 touchdown passes total, but 3 to Jagger Thompson.
Yeah, 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
In this weather, I would, I'd expect a little bit more running, but the run game has still been, effective in getting that going with Brady Neal, and then, defensively, doing really well, allowing a couple of first downs, but not letting the drives get sustained for a while.
Right. So don't have a stats guy with us tonight, but just real quick, 3 touchdown passes, like we mentioned, 3 of the 4 touchdown passes, Jagger Thompson, 26 yards, 28 yards, 13 yards. Just an incredible game he's having. And all of them, with one exception, I think, 2 of the 3, I think, have been catch and run. So he's had to break run the right route, catch it, pick up the blocks, and score.
Yeah, absolutely, make a move. And then the other thing about that, too, is we talk about the throwing right now also. Every other person, every other skill position has gotten touches at some point or another. So once again, that true option spread offense, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
You can't, like we said before, you can't just single out on one guy. One guy might just wind up and go off and have a game like Jagger's doing right now, but you still got other guys to worry about.
Right. And I was talking with Coach Craig Slaughter on the Coaches Show this past week, and again, quick reminder, if you want to check that out, it airs normally Tuesday nights at 7 p.m., but you can go back and watch past episodes on the Concho Sports YouTube channel or on the Concho Sports Facebook page. But we were talking with Coach Slaughter and mentioned the fact that Reed Robertson has, I think it was 5 100-yard games in a row, and he's caught a touchdown pass in every game this season. So that streak may or may not be in jeopardy here in the second half.
Yeah, and if it streak ends, hey, streak ends, what better? Hey, 9-0, and if they can get that goose egg on the board, I mean, that's a long time for many points being on the scoreboard against the Wall Hawks, which is something, be proud of it as it were, too, which – you talk about stats. I know we don't have the stats guy. I got to say they probably are holding them less than 100 yards right now, that Wall Hawk defense.
Incredible. So last week against Coahoma, they held Coahoma to 116 yards. 116 yards total, period. Not in the first half. Not 116 yards, I think it was in total, period. Or 100 was it 118? What was it? 106. It was 100 under 120.
Yeah. And they had almost 600 yards of offense themselves too. So that's
I don't think we're going to get there tonight with the weather and the field conditions, because I would not saying I could read Coach Slaughter's mind, because he's very cerebral and he does a lot of things that I would expect him to do, but I'm almost wondering if he won't just go ahead and just keep the clock running, keep the ball going. Just run the ball.
Yeah, even with the 2.5-hour late start.
Yes.
Let's just get out of here, get healthy.
Yep.
Let's go into the off week here and get out of here, which could also be what Coach Teal's thinking too on the other side. We'll see how they approach it here with this first drive.
Right.
And how they want to go. And, once again, with Grape Creek, we saw, where they've had some successes. I mean, certainly that dropping stuff all over the place up here. You can see Darrell West, there's a reason why they've had success, as as athletic as he is, and with Braylon Woods and that Sire Garcia, even contributing and blocking and running strong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can see where they've had success, but once again, you go against, like I brought up tendencies again. You could almost call where the ball's going to go, and against the teams they played, they have not been as disciplined or get to their fit as well as what the Wall Hawk defense has been doing.
Right. And one thing, and I've said this again on the Coaches Show, plus on the air and whatnot, this defense for Wall is one of the best I've seen in several years. This defense is just incredibly good at how they and I the players on the field make the plays, but you got to give credit to this coaching staff for the schemes they've come up with on both sides of the ball and the things they've done to put these guys in the right positions. And both sides of the ball, I know we give a lot of kudos defense. Both sides of these of the ball are playing just exceptionally well in 25 here.
Right, and even looking at tonight offensively, giving credit to the offensive staff, like you said, I'm sitting here watching it, and as far as the schemes and the play calls going, it hasn't been. It's like, well, that was not good at all. They've all been seeing and taking advantage of everything that. How the Grape Creek defense is lining up, and even with the switching, when they switched into that 3-man front run time, immediately kicked into a little bit different and saw it and took advantage of that. So, I mean, they have, like you said, they've done a great job as far as putting these kids in position to have the kind of success they're having.
4 drives, 4 touchdowns for Wall. I mean, you just can't get, I won't say more perfect, but you just can't get any better results than that.
Get exactly what you're asking for, right?
Yep.
I mean, even, same thing, even though, 4 for 4, you're still being able to overcome some things too. Hey, get a penalties, okay, no big deal. Let's get back on schedule and go. And just even like the first drive, penalty, no big deal. 4th down, okay, execute, let's go. And that's what's been good. So, once again, we'll see what happens here as far as what Grape Creek's going to do right off the bat. If they try to do something different or if they kind of go back to their thing that they're what they've had success with. And
well, as we get ready for the Schertz Landscape second half kickoff, the light show continues. That's more than 10 miles away. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We kick off the second half of the battle for Highway 87. Which stretch of 87 is best? Is it north through Grape Creek, south through Wall America? We'll see.
What
tonight.
better shade of green?
Yeah. Which bird will win? Will it be the hawk or will it be the eagle? Klein Smith now lines up to kick this one off as we get this third quarter underway. 28-0 Hawks. There's a kick. It skitters along the ground and now hits and bounces over the receiver.
Now,
it's going to get past.
Can you make him pay? What a hit. Who was that? 61 coming in, and oh my gosh. That was Tate Probant.
Tate Probant. Yep, great hit on special teams. He's getting some kudos. You see here on the Post-Atlantic instant replay.
And, as that bounced to him, it was like, good thing for, Grape Creek. I, almost thought, ready to see him make another move and go make something happen. And he kind of almost did.
Yep. Great contained, but like you said, Probant came in and just absolutely put a hit on him. And
Gunner King at least kind of getting some contact, and then Probant finishing him off.
So now Grape Creek will scrimmage from their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10, their first series of the second half. And now a direct snap and a keeper coming back to the near side.
Look at that speed coming from the backside and kind of coming in there. There's the backside.
That's
Darryl right there.
Bryson McFarden.
Yeah, Bryson McFarden. You see him flying in there and making a good play. And once again, discipline. If you fit right on the front side, you got to be disciplined backside. And that's, again, what Grape Creek has had success with, is being able to kind of Darrell West popping it out the backside. But
Hawks, on the defense on that one, we were mentioning how great this defense has played. They stayed at home, knew their positions, knew their role, and was able to stop that one for a yard loss. So 2nd down and 11 now with 11-14, 11-13. Clock is running here.
One little difference that they're doing offensively here is kind of going with 2 wideouts now, but still kind of the same stuff, and get him to the outside a little bit quicker.
And no gain. Maybe a yard
very
pickup.
minimal, but once again, that's what you want as far as this defense is concerned. Don't give him a chance to get downhill, make him run east and west.
Great. That's one thing this defense does, this Hawk defense does, is they pursue very well. They will pursue the ball carrier. You don't often get outside of this defense.
And you can see how quickly, Grape Creek gets the outside in a hurry, and that's, once again, why they're kind of 5-3 also. The teams they play, they've been able to do that against and have some good runs, and especially against Oklahoma, even though they lost that game. But they've had success. So, look, they're splitting out number 12 here. Expect something tricky.
Put
a little reverse pass.
Now they shift back into a tight set.
Still something tricky. That was a little false start going there.
That's going to be an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. Okay, I'm going to do the announcer jinx thing. Hopefully not, but we've had relatively few Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flags tonight.
We have, compared to what, was it the Sweetwater game? Or
Lord.
It seemed like every other play was a penalty or something like that.
In that first half, anyway.
Gosh.
Yeah. So now, mark off of 5 yards after the false start. Now, instead of 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, there's 3rd and 16 or 14 or 15. Trying to see where they place the. Well, folks, it's 10:50 at night. You got to bear with me tonight.
Look at the dang clock.
I'm 58 years old. I haven't stayed up till 11 o'clock in I don't know how many years, folks. Come on now.
Sweep, so we got to fit. Turn them back.
To the outside, and there's the pursuit. Again. And that was number 23. One of the ones in the tackle, that was Hagan Barbie on there, and who else was in there?
64 even there, Mason Steen. Hey, there's our Moose. Get the
Moose! Mason Steen, there we go.
There it is. And then you even had, I think, even Jacob Braden was in on that as well, too. And, Levi King was working hard out there to try to keep him inside as well.
So now, 4th down as the Eagles drop into punt formation, 9:20 here in the third quarter. Here comes the snap, the punt. Gets it away. He's going to get a good roll out of it. It's going to roll outside the 46, maybe 47-yard line, and that's going to where Wall will scrimmage. Good field position at the Grape Creek Eagle 47-yard line.
Looks like things are starting to get a little chippy there on the way down. Old Slayton Hallmark there as Grape Creek player kind of get into it a little bit. See how chippy things get. So first possession of the second half, see kind of how they go, and already kind of starting out with that 3-by-1 formation. It looks like we got a tight end down here Bryson McFarden at tight end.
And York will roll to the far sideline, throw back across to
That's
number
exactly who they're gonna
3,
go to.
Bryson McFarden. McFarden blockers in front of him,
Goodness.
20, 15, and inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. McFarden had a convoy of Wall Hawks carrying him down the field.
That's kind of, I mean, it's kind of almost what you call a baby screen.
Yep.
You know, they were on the rollout screens where you roll out and throw it to the backside, which Wimberley has
You can see it here on the
known
Postal
for.
Annex instant replay. Right here, he looks right back. He had McFarden.
What a run.
Standing there at the 50, and he had blockers. Look at the O-line out there in front of him. Who was that big number? Gage Jacoby, number 66, out there in front of him getting the block. And
you even see Ryland Scandalari even finishing him off at the end of the play there, too. And Bryson McFarden, we talk about weapons.
Yeah.
You know,
Oasis Crop Insurance first down inside the Angelo MRI red zone. A little out route, far side of the field. Evan Bailey,
making an appearance.
Is he going to get a touchdown? Yes, sir. Evan Bailey on a 16-yard touchdown pass as the Hawks were inside the Angelo MRI red zone. Now come away with an Alpha Paving touchdown. And just like that, another touchdown pass for Landon York, this time to Evan Bailey. It looks like they're rolling coverage to Reed Robertson's side and leaving everybody else open.
Then, the way they have that one high safety, it's just, you know, if that outside linebacker doesn't get to the flats, I mean, it's just like we just saw. Easy to,
and the
can't get much easier.
Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point is up, and it is good. And so now, opening second half drive for the Hawks. They stick it in the end zone again. It's now 35-0. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. You're watching Wall Hawk football. Concho Sports Network, brought to you by Texas Bank. We'll be back right after this.
Let's make a deal. No games, no gimmicks. Just straightforward deals at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road. You can be in the driver's seat of a new Camry. Drive this one for only $30,844 and 4.75% APR for 60 months. Here's a deal that's hard to pass up. A new Tacoma for only $39,897 and 3.99% APR for 60 months. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
And welcome back to Wall Hawk Football, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. There we go for the Shirts Landscape kickoff.
Yeah, man, that makes 12 touchdown passes for Landon York in the last 2 games here at Wall Hawk Stadium?
I believe so. And that one's going to be, that's another Klein Smith thing. A lot of times Klein Smith's asked to pop those up, maybe a little pooch kick. Right. But when he puts his foot to it, you can see what he can do. That carried the end zone and rolled through the end zone. So forcing the Grape Creek Eagles to just let it roll through and take over at their own 25-yard line.
Looks like they're giving Daryl West a break here. He's there on the sideline, at least for a play or two, catch his breath as it were.
And now the stands emptying a tad bit as folks see this one well in hand, and it is late in the evening. Their diehards are still here, though. They're still here watching their Wall Hawks in yet another dominating performance.
Which I don't know if she's still listening. I can give a shout out to my wife for turning it on and then watching again.
And now just a simple give. The old school dive play from a different formation.
Dylan Sellers on that one as well. Let's see who else was gotten in on that right there with him. Oh,
was that Sire Garcia on the carry?
Yeah, I think that was. And then you had even Cade McFarden on that tackle as well too, both taking them down.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
So second down and 10 for the Eagles. Good Lord. 8:18 as the clock runs. You know, the nursing home called and asked when I would be returning tonight, so.
You got a curfew?
I told them I had to check in with them. My apologies for not letting them know when I wasn't coming back yet. So second down and 10 for the Eagles. And now sweep to the outside off the direct snap.
Once again, Sire Garcia getting a little finish that off there.
And that was Cone Braden out there getting a little bit, taking some umbrage to the treatment he received there at the end of the play.
Once again, post-annex replay, you see just good fits here by the defense. Just sitting on it, getting in the gap, nowhere to go. Third and long.
Anthony Savitra on the carry. Cone Braden talking to somebody on that one. Oh yeah, Braden's been a tremendous, run stopper in that interior.
Here it is again. They got Bradley Woods here in the slot. They're gonna do a reverse pass. Something? Nope. Just a little keep there.
And the Hawks are all over that one. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's surprising. You got Darrell West running out here and didn't give him the ball. I would expect that. But
yeah. So again, we see. I've said this before, and of course, Coach Craig Slaughter will deflect it. But I've said to him, both on air and off air, this coaching staff has made tremendous adjustments all season long coming out of halftime. Just tremendous adjustments. There's a reason why they're 8-0.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's not just the players on the field, it's this coaching staff putting these guys.
Less than 10 yards so far. Oh, that looks like my pump from what I had as a sophomore.
Yeah, that one's going to go out of bounds at the –
Ooh.
Well, where are they going to call that one at?
Oh, pick it up and run with it. No. That could have – that's a chance for him to pick it up and get a special teams touchdown.
oh, man. Gosh. I could just see that, too.
Oh, so. No one was around.
Maybe a 4-yard punt, maybe a 5-yard punt, but
that's a horrible feeling as a punter.
Yeah. So. Trust me, mine.
And I tell you what,
I would have had a negative 10. I'd probably kicked it over my head backwards if I would have even got it in the air.
And that was a chance for the Wall players, and they probably just said, "Go ahead and get away from it there," because that would have been a walk-in touchdown if they wanted to.
So 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Grape Creek 29-yard line, and now Landon York. He's going to go downfield. He's got a receiver open, and it's going to be incomplete. That's Reed Robertson, and Reed Robertson was bumped.
That's kind of one of those. The first one they might have thought was a little iffy. That one, they say, okay, we'll just try to balance it out there. Seems like it, but hey, and that time you can see it. They kind of covered down right there on that third receiver, and
again they rolled that safety code to Reed Robertson's side. You notice that?
Oh
yeah. So now snap to York. Throw back to the near side. Kellen Oliver. He breaks the tackle. 20, 15, 10, 5. No, he's going to be brought. Nope. Are they going to give it to him? Yes, they gave him the touchdown. I thought they were going to mark him at the 1-yard line, but Kellen Oliver with a 29-yard touchdown reception, and that is going to be another touchdown pass for Landon York. Goodness gracious, this young man.
Screen game is strong.
He just makes great reads, and the play calls just put him in the right position every single time.
I'll tell you, even right there, both those screens they ran. That first one on the first drive, where they put Bryson McFarden in there, ran that tight end screen, and then this one right here to Kellen. What?
No. And so that's the Texas Farm Bureau Tom Green County extra point after the Alpha Paving touchdown. You can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay.
You can see it's almost like blood in the water for these linemen. Yes. They seem to enjoy running out here, which it is. Big body on a small body. Get him out here. Go hit a little guy out there.
I'm gonna say this. It's not gonna be a popular opinion, but watching that replay, that should have been marked down at the half-yard line. His knee went hit. From the angle we saw. From the angle we saw,
it did look like
his knee went down, and he was about the 1-yard line. Yeah, but anyway, we are at a bad angle, so it is what it is. Schertz landscape kickoff. The refs on the field called it a touchdown, so we will have to go with that call.
If they get close again, maybe they'll go Reed Robertson on a fly sweep or something to get him a score. We'll see.
Yep.
But either way, the screens, they've been so effective tonight too, and it's fun. It's kind of fun to watch. You can see those linemen. They're excited to get out there on the perimeter on some guys and get out there, and they have the ability to get out there in a hurry too, and it's.
6:10 left here in the third quarter as the Schertz landscape kickoff. Tyler Kleinsmith, who will definitely need another bag of ice and perhaps some icy hot on that kicking leg as he pops that one up. It's going to hit at the 20 and roll to the 9-yard line, and that's going to be West again.
Good job right there on a solo tackle.
That was number 24 once again. Caden McFarden.
Solid play, keeping it in front, keeping it based. Nowhere to go that time. And that's inside the 20 even, so that's,
So last year, I'm trying to think, I think Landon York had finished the season, I think it was 40 touchdown passes, maybe 41. He had 28 coming into this game, so he's got, 5 today, so that puts him at 33, excuse me, I don't math well, okay? and it's 11:02 in the evening, so bear with me. So yeah, he's on pace to surpass last year's touchdowns.
And last game of the season against Stanton, who's not very good right this year.
And remember, that also includes playoff games too. They include those in stats as well. So now, back to live action is that Darrell West again? Sorry.
Yeah, this time kind of doing a little bit different, trying to spread out and kind of doing a little ISO there, have some. Then that's the biggest game they've had so far this half. Yeah. So, see if they can. Yeah. See if they're going to build on that and get something going for them.
As we go through this third quarter, I do want to mention this linebacking core. I had the opportunity on this last week's coaches show. You notice how I keep bringing that up because I want y'all to watch that coaches show if you don't already. But I had the opportunity to talk with Gavin Sisson, Tayson Stucker, and Jacob Braden, and just how well spoken these young men are is very, very, very impressive, and how knowledgeable they are about the game of football and motivations. And now that looks like a fumble on the play.
This is our first turnover of the night. Yes.
Yep, it's going to be Wall-Hawk football, fumble on the play, and it's going to be Wall-Hawk football at the 19-yard line at Grape Creek. You can see here on the Post Atlantic instant replay that, again, Darrell West.
Who caused that one? It looked like Barbie got his hands in there, and it looked like even Ben Taylor was on there kind of.
And, of course, who else is in there? Dylan Sellers. That kid, that ball has a magnet or metal in it, and Dylan Sellers is a magnet because he's always around the football.
Okay, I'm going to call it right here. They're going to get Reed Robertson a touchdown.
You think they're going to go? So they're inside the 20, and you know what I always say? They always like to run that fade to Reed.
Three guys, or they're going to run that receiver screen out here, quick screen, and get him the ball.
So now
or not, I don't know.
In motion back to the near side.
We're just letting Brady Neal run.
Yeah, we're over here trying to call it, and they just give a simple dive play to Brady Neal.
Coaches are listening to us and telling Coach Vonderholm call something else over
here. The Wall coaches next door to us here in the press box like, no, don't call that. Nope, don't run that.
Bailey coming back in, as Kyler O'Neal coming out right there.
So 2nd down and 8 with 4:50 as the clock runs here in the third quarter. And Landon York, of course, with Brady Neal to his right. And now just an outside zone give, and Neal cuts it up inside. He gets inside the 15-yard line as they've entered the Angelo MRI red zone.
You got a little 3rd and 6 coming up. Oh, no, 3rd and 5, wherever he's marking it there on the 14.
Yeah, I think it's going to be closer to 5.
Number 11.
Yep.
We don't know. We're guessing. 3rd down and 5, 4:20 left on the clock here in the third quarter as the clock runs. And York once again with Neal to his left this time. He fires out here to, who is that out there?
That's Gavin Sisson.
Gavin Sisson playing a little wide out action.
Putting the formation in the boundary that time.
Yeah.
Still a little soft coverage. Good job. Once again, good decision by York.
Yep.
Now we got looks like a heavy package coming in like we saw against, they started showing against Idlew, I think it was the first time they showed it.
I think so.
Bringing in some guys.
So 1st and goal for Wall at the 5-yard line of Grape Creek, leading 42-0.
Jacob Braden in the middle there.
Got that heavy package in, and now he's Grape Creek had that one sniffed out. Grape Creek watched film.
Teed off on that one.
Yeah, Grape Creek watched film on that one because the Hawks have run that several times this year, and it's usually been very successful. And
I like seeing that because that's, they're handing off to Reed Ballard there, give it to the big bodies.
But here's the thing, watch. So you got to be, if you're scouting this game for a potential playoff opponent, what's to stop Jacob Braden? Because we haven't seen it yet from pulling that and tossing one over the head to the H-back, running just a simple in route or out route, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Options off of it.
Yes.
And even then, I even think, and I'll bring that up here in a second.
Second goal.
There's
a fade route. Reed!
Are they going to give it to him? Yep.
Robertson doing Reed Robertson things. Yes, sir. There it was. We were 2 plays off, but they did run that little fade route inside the 20. So another Alpha Paving touchdown for the Wall Hawks.
Now, I was going to say, I'm going to bring up Cal Allen again because, like I said, I mentioned that we ran the ring tee down there. We did a lot of spread stuff too. But one thing we always did if we were winning big, like at the end of the game or towards the end, if we were down there in that position again, we would put one of our linemen in and hand it to him so he can get a score too. So it seems like there's a little bit of trying to get a little love there.
And the Texas Farm Bureau extra point, Montgomery County extra point, is no good. and that one just kind of looked a little off from the very snap. So we'll give that. Tyler Kleinsmith, you've had a great game. Here on the Post-Atlantic Instant Replay, you can see he just stands up and throws that fade to Reed Robertson. And once again, Reed Robertson, as I always say, doing Reed Robertson things.
And, Randy Rodriguez was trying right there, but it's just like as many other cornerbacks and defensive backs have seen this year. You can give your best effort. Sometimes it ain't going to be enough.
He says this, Coach Slaughter all the time says this, even when he's covered, he's not covered. And again, Jake, every single game, especially ones you and I have called, we have seen a highlight reel play like that from this kid.
It's something, They're throwing it up to him. And even we have brought up the little quick screen passes he's caught that he's taken for 80 yards. He still has to make some kind of a move or something, and all of a sudden or outruns the pursuit or something.
He's got the speed, he's got the agility, the athleticism. This kid, this is a special wide receiver, just a great kid, great young man. So now the Schertz Landscape kickoff forthcoming with 2:53 left here in the third quarter, and the kick is popped up in the air by Kleinsmith, taking it the 16, and now a little trickeration, a little toss back to Darrell West. And that went awry quickly.
He's still trying to find something.
What you got for scores? We promised scores. You see here on the post.
Goodness. Okay.
Give us some scores there, Jake, if you got it pulled up.
Yeah, let's get on some of those others. Of course, in the area here, some of the bigger schools. The Central and Midland game got rescheduled for tomorrow, but you got the Permian-Lee rivalry. Permian wound up winning that one 51-48.
Wow.
Some other games, Forest Sam winning, beating Cristobal tonight, 21-7 up in Forest Sam. Hopefully all the Cristobal fans made it up there safe. Had to drive through all that storm, as bad as that was. And then let's see what else we got here. We got Old Zona 58-18 over Colorado City. So it's interesting to see how close, if that Christian Villarreal is going to be able to break that Ken Hall record. Sonora beating Reagan County 38-14. Another score from last night that kind of started and changed. Lakeview Chiefs. 42-14 over in Pecos.
Clinched their first winning record.
That up.
Since what, early 2000s?
Was it 20 years, right?
Yeah, I believe
like
so.
That. And some other region scores here. Canadian beating Tulia 65-6, which is going to set up a playoff implication game for who's going to be the second round there between them or Childress on that very last game for the district championship. Slayton holding off Muleshoe, which that's another possibly second round, third round game. Looking at Slayton the way they're having, and then. Idalou winning 42-7, so there's another deal on District 3, which is going to be that first round of playoffs. You got Odessa Compass is kind of running that district right now, and we had talked about it at halftime. I never noticed that in that district and District 3 they're playing each other twice, so it's just something you haven't really seen. But then again, kind of a scheduling thing. Teams have struggles. So right now, Odessa Compass has a firm grip on that one. Crane and Alpine being the second and third. And for your Wall Hawk fans, looks like Anthony's going to be coming over here again in that first round. There's that dive again.
So on third down and
another
6.
fumble.
Third down and 6. Trying to see what they say.
It's going to be about 4th and 2, 4th and 3.
And now the Hawks, they give another, here on the Post-Atlantic Instant Replay, you see the play right here, just a direct snap.
He must have, who is that?
58, that was Bennett Branch coming up with the fumble recovery.
It was hard to see what linebacker that was that stepped up to kind of make that initial hit. It might have been Jacob Brayton or one of those kind of, and then,
Real quick, hey fans, check out why First Community is the #1 local auto lender with great rates on new, used, or refinance autos, variety of payment options. They can help make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart. Apply online at 1cfcu.org. or give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. So 1st and 10 now, and a give once again to Brady Neal. Just a simple off-tackle play, and he's going to get, now the ball's going to come out. And are they going to give that one to Grape Creek, or is he going to be ruled down? And they're going to give the ball to Grape Creek. So back-to-back fumbles now. So we've kind of turned into Keystone Cops out here. Some of y'all will get that reference. Some of y'all won't. Google it, kids. And so now a fumble on the first play after a fumble by Grape Creek. Brady Neal gives that one up, and Grape Creek falls on it. You see there on the Postal Annex Instant Replay. So now we're right back to where we were. Now 1st and 10 for Grape Creek from the 21-yard line with 1:07 left here in the third quarter. Goodness.
Still in the third.
Yep. It's 11:12 on the clock. No, you're not watching a rerun. This is live.
Look for Sire to get the ball. They keep running this.
And the Hawks are all over that, holding him to a 2-yard pickup.
I think that was number 8, Anthony Savetra, on that run, if I'm not mistaken.
24-yard line for the Hawks.
Brought down by number 8.
Or, excuse me, for the Eagles, excuse me. Man.
Second down for the Eagles.
So now the Grape Creek faithful still in full force across the field in the visitor stands. A few diehard Hawk fans still here. Student section still loud. Band still loud. Band apparently has gone now. Shows what I know.
Outside run.
Here comes Sire Garcia. Is that Sire Garcia again?
No, that was Anthony Saavedra against.
Saavedra?
Sire was leading though,
Yeah.
so and that's they had a little bit of a lane, a little bit of gap there, off the fit. So again, that's where the success from Grape Creek has come from. Decent 4 or 5 yard run. So 3rd and 2.
2, maybe 3, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. We'll be back to bring you the final 12 minutes of game time, which hopefully is closer to 12 minutes than 20. You're watching Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Here at Wall ISD, we've had a proud tradition of excellence. For generations, our students have achieved at the highest levels in the classroom, in athletics, and in the arts, and in service to our community. We are grateful for the families and taxpayers who have made that possible. Wall has consistently been recognized as one of the best districts in Texas, earning A ratings, Lone Star Cups, and championships that reflect the dedication of our students, teachers, and community. But continued excellence requires continued investment.
And welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And now the Eagles with a 3rd down and 2 as we start the fourth quarter.
Darryl.
And
no, that's not Darryl West.
That's going to be a direct snap, and that's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down.
Number 8, Anthony Saavedra.
That was Saavedra again on the carry.
Brought down by number 15.
And that'll be marked at the 31-yard line. As we mentioned, Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down for Grape Creek.
Ben Taylor.
So 2 suburbs of San Angelo.
Bringing old Darryl back in.
Doing battle here in Wall tonight, the Battle of 87. I'm sticking with that. I like that, and I'm going to stick with that. Dang it.
Well, really, who else around the area has a Battle of 87?
Not really. Chris Doble's off 277, so you can't call it. Yeah, no. And then Lakeview is off of what, 50th or 22nd?
They were there right at it. Tried a little reverse there, but once again,
again pursuing to the football. Again, guess who gets up off that pile? Dylan Sellers, a few others. Jacob Braden's in there too, I believe, on that one. Yep, Jacob Braden at the bottom of that pile. And then, of course, Cone Braden in there as well. So now that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 after no gain on that one.
Which we haven't even called Alex Samaniego's name a lot either, but he was over there with him as well.
Yep.
If I saw that correctly, number 62.
This defensive line, and talking about those 3 linebackers I mentioned earlier, Stucker, Gavin Sisson, and Jacob Braden, they were very complimentary how that defensive line eats up the blocks and allows them to flow to the football and hit those gaps and hit those zones. And now that snap's going to be over the head of Saavedra. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to be thrown for a huge loss.
Gosh, that's
huge loss.
20-yard loss on that one. So now you're looking at second and third and Cristobal now.
Yeah, third and Cristobal. I was going to say third and Grape Creek because we're here in Wall, but yeah, that works too. Third and Cristobal.
Here on the Postal Annex replay, it just kind of looked like maybe it was supposed to be a direct snap to Sire like they've been doing, but miscommunication on that one.
So now from the 10-yard line of Grape
got
Creek.
Mixed up. Either way, it wasn't good.
It's third and forever now. Third, and the scoreboard says 30, so we'll go with that. I'm not counting the yards up; it's too late. We'll just go with what the scoreboard says.
When you look at the section on the call sheet, this is under don't turn it over.
Yeah,
that's the call.
Yep. Third down, the snap, and he's
just a simple sweep.
Just a simple sweep to the near sideline, breaks a tackle. Whoa, that was
almost dangerous there.
Yeah, it was.
And once again, Slayton Hallmark there kind of getting over there and tripping him up to finish him off. Of course, Bryce McFarden was there to kind of on the backside, but once again, we talked about how dangerous. That's kind of where, again, Grape Creek has had success, stretch it out and try to hit a gap.
Yep.
Actually, I say that. Who was that? It wasn't. Slayton Hallmark was there, but who was that made that initial? Was that 52?
I don't know. May have been. It may have been, yeah. I meant to Slayton Hallmark, though. I saw Slayton Hallmark flash in there. Now the punt comes out the 40, rolls inside the 30. He's going to keep rolling. Grape Creek gets a huge roll. Very, very friendly roll inside the 15-yard line. Marked down at the 13, make it the 14-yard line.
I'm not taking him. So we got about 8:40 left on the clock.
That's just a formation of fighter jets flying overhead. Pay no attention to that rumble.
I'm hungry.
That's B1s out of Dias doing some nighttime bombing runs, bombing training missions down here around the Concho Valley.
So here we are.
That's not Thunder. It's not Thunder. It is B1 doing low-level bombing runs over somewhere around the Concho Valley.
If it's the B2s, it might actually be. That's their call sign.
So first down now for the Wall Hawks. Football fans, we want to let you know that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. You pair that with one of those First Community Federal Credit Union loans, and you got yourself a great setup with a great payment. So go visit Mitchell Toyota. Thank you, Mitchell Toyota, for sponsoring, and that's going to do it. I think they're calling the game.
Yeah, there was going to be a delay right there, and they went over there. Coach Slaughter and Coach Teal went there in the middle of the field and talked and briefly. And
so with 8:41 left in the game, left on the clock, on the fourth quarter clock, that's going to do it. Wall Hawks going to win this one 48-0 over the Grape Creek Eagles. So let's do a quick pregame show since it is a little late. Jake, your take on tonight's events and festivities?
A lot of what we'd expected would have happened. They came out and defense played as they should. Another goose egg. That's 2 out of 3 goose eggs on the board there. Against this kind of offense, you had to be fit and you had to fit right and be disciplined, which they did a fantastic job of. Came out +1 on turnovers there with that crazy sequence there in the last couple ones. The offense again, gosh, that's finishing up the last 2 home games, 7 touchdown passes each, and just even with a 2-hour delay, come out and just do your thing and execute. It was a great setup going into the off week, coming into the last game against last place Slayton.
Yep.
Stanton.
Stanton. No, so very impressed by how they came out ready to play, even after 2.5-hour rain delay / weather delay. Just a great performance by these Wall Hawks. If we have it right, and I don't know that we do, 7 touchdown passes for Landon York. Now, I'm trying to remember if that first one was a rush or a pass, but nevertheless,
technically
it was a pass. It was a pass. So 7 touchdown passes for Landon York. What a great performance. Again, I know we see it every week, but dear God, this young man is amazing. Just
and
a freak of nature.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about trying to get to 40 touchdowns. Yeah, that's going to happen.
Oh, it's going
to happen. We don't even have to worry about it being in the playoffs. It's just and then you look at it too. You talk about the touchdown passes. I don't think there's really any there weren't any bad decisions tonight.
No.
Maybe just a little bit off on one of those.
Maybe.
The Reed Robertson, were kind of just a little bit high on some of those with the penalties or not. But other than that, we had the one where he just kind of threw it in the ground, kind of away, wasn't really there. But again, another solid terms of decisions. Talk about QB rating. I think he had 140 QB rating last week. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that high again.
Yeah, it was very close to that. So he's Jake. I'm Russ, just so you know what we look like. I know you've seen us before, but here we are. But no, very impressive tonight with the weather not in your favor, with the everything against you, the delay, and to have the game called at 8:41 left in the fourth quarter because of weather. And again, another shutout pitched by this Wallhawk defense.
Oh gosh, yeah, 13 points in 3 games. So yeah, anytime you can hold teams under 4 points in district play, and you're scoring. Yeah. You're scoring over 50. I bring it up again. It's like a dadgum video game.
Yes, it is. I mean, it feels like we're playing NCAA
junior varsity.
On rookie, or is it junior varsity? Yeah, junior varsity on NCAA or rookie on Madden. Yeah, so just a great game again. And as Jake already mentioned, next week, season closing game up in Stanton. Yes.
Off week next.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's a bye week. That's right. They're bye week next week over Halloween. This is late in the season. I can remember a bye week for Wall. So bye week next week. Forgive me, and then the following week will be the regular season closing game up in Stanton. So don't forget that. We will be bringing that to you on Concho Sports Network. So if you don't want to travel to the game, you can catch it live on Concho Sports.
I'll get to be in the studio for that one too, so I'll get to cram that space.
Looking forward to broadcasting with you. I hate doing it on my own. I really do. So that's going to do it for us, folks. We want to appreciate, thank you, and appreciate you for watching. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Take care. God bless. Have a great night.